Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over my two trades that I took today. On the NASDAQ, I did take two losses, so I was right on the day. Price action wasn't as bad, just I guess I got my draw wrong. Which honestly didn't really quite make sense to me. I'll explain to you guys why, but anyways, let's hop right in. Right, so coming into the morning, one second, there we go. Coming into the morning, we did have 7:30 news. We did have core CPI, CPI month over month, and CPI year over year during pre-market. And usually when we do have news that is released during pre-market, whatever highs and lows are created from that candle are usually the next draws on liquidity, right? So that's something that I was trying to target, but as I'll show you guys right now, data highs was immediately taken out, and then data lows, I didn't catch an entry on that. We probably could have. I didn't really check, but yeah, I didn't catch an entry to my bad, to take data lows. And yeah, so my daily bias, at least for this day, was bullish, right? Why? Because coming into the morning, I didn't see, well, we had already swept this 4-hour fair value gap. We had actually respected it, displaced higher, and on the 4-hour time frame, at least, I didn't see a reason for us to continue lower, right? Because we weren't targeting any high time frame imbalance, right? And then on the 1-hour time frame, we did have this unfilled 1-hour fair value gap right here. We also had this 1-hour fair value gap right here that is barely getting filled, right? And but to be honest with you, like we're so close to all-time highs, so I really didn't see a reason why we would go down here. If anything, this 1-hour fair value gap, in my opinion, would have been low of day. But yeah, I was targeting all-time highs. That's essentially my main target, and I was just trying to find longs all day, right? And then as we get into the 30-minute, I did notice that at the time when I got on the charts, I did see that this 30-minute fair value gap, inverse fair value gap, was disrespected, right? And price had retraced into this 1-hour fair value gap, right? I did want price to do that, right? But what I was looking for is for price to immediately bounce off that 1 hour and just rip to all-time highs. All right, that was a plan, that was a bias, and let's actually look at the two trades that I took. So as soon as market opened, we just dumped. We disrespected this 30-minute. We had created a 15-minute inverse fair value gap as well. And we then tapped into the 2-minute fair value gap, right? Sorry, that 1 hour fair value gap right here. And when we retraced to that, we actually created a 2-minute fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. There we go. We had created a 2-minute inverse fair value gap, and my plan here was, okay, I want price to displace, or if we don't get an entry, right, if we get a bad close, I want price to at least have displacement towards this 15-minute inverse fair value gap. That way I could go break even here and then take full TP at all-time highs. That was a plan. My risk was a bit too high, right? But I was willing to take it, right? I'm on eval. I have full confidence in my model. And honestly, we had already swept out data lows. We had also swept out London lows during this move. So in my opinion, I didn't see a reason why we would continue lower. And yeah, obviously we tapped into this inverse fair value gap, right? And yeah, we just dropped, and I didn't get to do my break even. And yeah, we ended up taking a loss on that. It was a pretty big loss. And yeah, so I ended up continuing to see whether I would have another long opportunity, right? Let me just delete this. And sure enough, we created as we, again, tapped into that 1 hour fair value gap, we created another Oh, my bad. Yeah, we tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap, and then we had created a 5 minute fair value gap right here. And again, I wanted to target all-time highs, go break even at the 15 minute. So I took a 30 second, right? Where is it? Right here. Yeah, so I did take the 30 second right here. So we tapped into this 5 minute, and then we had also closed above this 30 second inverse fair value gap. So I took my position right there, right here. Let me just, there we go. So I took my position right here, and obviously it just ended up failing, and we ended up just getting stop rated. And yeah, we took 2 losses on the day. The daily bias didn't play out how I wanted it to. Honestly, just it was a pretty bad day for me, but it's all right. I mean, things happen. My conviction was there. I honestly was had a really good thought process behind my trades. It's just, I mean, things happen. You know what I mean? And anyways, some things could have been avoided, right? I think my risk management should have been better than it was on that first trade. But I mean, we learn, right? Anyways, there was another there was a long that I saw some people take, right? And I think they used ES for that, because ES had taken out Asia lows, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this would have been Asia lows. Yeah. So I did see price on ES at least take out Asia lows, because for us Asia lows is somewhere, what's today, the 14th, the 15th. Okay, Asia lows was like, where is it? Asia lows was like all the way down here, right? We haven't even hit it yet. Here's Asia lows, right? But yeah, on ES, we did hit Asia lows, and then we went back to fill this a 15 minute that we did have here, or a 5 minute, I think. And yeah, that's how most people ended up making their money today. Let me see if I could find the exact spot where people took the longs. Yeah, I think it was this right here. I saw some people take like a 2 minute. Or was it a 1 minute? I'm not too sure. I think it was a 1 minute actually. Here it is. Yeah. Yeah, some people took this 1 minute right here. Or at least it was a 30 second as well that you could have taken. Right? But this is purely off ES though. This is purely off ES. Okay, let's see if I could find it. If I could, here's the entry. Yeah. Yeah, most people took this long off this 30 second entry. You could have taken it higher on the 1 minute, but you know, your RR would have been kind of like scrapped. And most people took it to right here, right? Because we did have a little bit of accumulation here. But yeah, that's essentially the trade recap for today. Yeah, I didn't do as well as I wanted it to. But I mean, both trades were backed up with like good ideas. It's just yeah, there just wasn't displacement to the upside. And the lesson for today is, you know, at least try to keep an eye on ES. Risk management needs to be on point. And yeah, if you guys had any other trades, you guys could just put it in the comments. Any questions as well, you guys could just put it in the comments. I'll try to answer it my best as possible. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.